What's up, guys? Dirty Mike with Dirty Mike Crypto back here with another video. Tonight we are going to be going over a very young and very ambitious new token that is out there, and that is called EverEarn. That is one of the newest reflection tokens out on the market, and they are paying a very meaty 11% BUSD reward to all its token holders. Make no mistake with this token, guys, they are out to make their investors money. As you'll read in the white paper that we're going to be going over tonight, that is one of their main goals here is, they want to make people rich and they want to make people money. And the way that they're going to do this is not only by providing utility, but a very, very, very aggressive roadmap. I got to tell you, of all the tokens that I've reviewed, this one has to have the most aggressive roadmap that, I have seen. And as you'll see, there's a lot on it. So, I was going to do this as one long video, but it probably would have been about an hour and a half long. And you guys don't want to hear me talk for an hour and a half. So we're going to probably break this up into 3 or 4 different parts, reviewing both the white paper, the website, and the roadmap, all in different videos. So tonight we're just going to be doing the white paper. So let's get started. It was launched in January of 2022, and we have the tagline right here at the bottom. There's never been a project or white paper like this. We're going to make people rich. So that's the first mention of this, of what they're out there to do. So let's take a look at the white paper and get to know a little bit about them. Development of EverEarn token started in November of 2021. That's 2 full months before the launch, and it was born from a simple initial concept to provide investors with real opportunity to invest in a cryptocurrency that puts their needs and goals at the forefront, and to establish a new benchmark within the crypto space for transparency and accountability. As far as the transparency and accountability goes, these guys are doing AMAs almost every night. So they're fully out there for everybody to see, full pictures and LinkedIn profiles for everybody on the team. This is not a project where you're just going to see avatars of who the founders are. So these guys are right up at the forefront here. EverEarn is a hyper-deflationary cryptocurrency token on the Binance Smart Chain, and it pays their holders a massive 11% in Binance USA dollars. Now, that's a stable coin that we know is pegged 1 to 1 with the US dollar. Now, this 11% reward is applied to all buy, sell, and transfer transactions. This is pretty standard for reflection tokens. But what I like about this project is it has a very relatively low tax for paying such a high reward. So the tax is 15% with every buy and sell and transfer, and out of that, 11% is rewarded back to the community in the form of a reflection. EverEarn is structured to operate and run like a business and not somebody's hobby or side hustle. This means that the primary function of the core team is to assemble and utilize talent when and as needed for the most efficient cost in the least amount of time, achieving the best TCO and ROI. To put it bluntly, EverEarn is here to make money for its investors and itself. So there is another mention of it. They want to make you money. They want this to be a well-oiled machine. And like I said, it's a very aggressive roadmap that's going to get them there. Now, EverEarn is not the first cryptocurrency to reward its holders in BUSD. Obviously, we know SafeMoon, and a little bit after that, Evergrow, first appeared in July of 2021. EverEarn is, however, the first cryptocurrency to implement an ecosystem specifically designed to continuously stabilize upward valuation, decrease token supply, and massively reward its holders. EverEarn applies a 15% tax to all buy, sell, and transfer transactions, and it uses this tax to feed into the liquidity pool, perform an automated buyback and burn of the token. So that buyback and burn is going to be on each transaction, and it performs EverEarn's solar flare buy and burn function. Provides holders with an incredible 11% in paid BUSD rewards, and provide for marketing. So we'll go over a little bit more of the tokenomics and what goes to what here. Embedded with the EverEarn smart contract, supporting the best interests of investors are anti-whale, auto liquidity, automated buyback, and burn measures. So a percentage of each sale is going to go into liquidity, and also a percentage is going to go back into a buyback and burn, which is going to decrease the total supply. And EverEarn's proprietary solar flare buyback and burn mechanism. The EverEarn ecosystem employs an aggressive development schedule through which all additional revenue will continue to feed rewards, liquidity, and burn of the tokens. So pretty much everything that these guys are going to launch is going to keep feeding into this, into you getting massive amounts of reflection rewards, keeping the liquidity high, and continuously burning tokens and decreasing the total supply. So, EverEarn is the solution to the empty hype of so many reward tokens. And what is the empty hype? Basically, it's a hype that surrounds a reflection token right before it's launched and when it's launched, and then afterwards the token pretty much dies out because there's no utility on it. So here's they're going to answer a lot of the issues that there are with reflection tokens by these measures right here. The low rewards amount of 4 to 9%. Holders need to commit huge buys, $5,000 plus, very early and often within a day or two of launch or pre sale, and daily volumes must stay in the millions to earn just a few dollars. How's EverEarn going to solve this? Is by being the highest paying BUSD reward token on the BSC. At 11%, are guaranteed the higher residual income at the same trading volume than all the tokens, period. There are some tokens that do have a little bit higher of a BUSD reward. Some are up to 15% and possibly even a little bit higher, but I know the taxes are generally a little bit higher on those tokens as well. So the ratio of reward percentage to actual tax percentage is good. That 15% is relatively low for having 11%. So that's very good. Another issue with some of the reward tokens is burning 50% of the tokens at or before launch. If the token is supposed to be hyper deflationary, burning half of the supply at the start defeats that purpose. Buyback and burns not actually occurring as advertised or not at all, thus no further future benefits to investors. So I guess there are some projects out there that just burn at the very beginning and they have no buyback and burn mechanism. So this is a well-oiled machine that is designed to keep that total supply decreasing. And EverEarn solves this problem by only burning up to 15% of the tokens at launch. EverEarn burns a minimum of an additional 5 million tokens per day, every day, for maximum effect and benefit. So just every day, the supply is just decreasing and decreasing and decreasing. The third problem is a massive tax to project teams. An average trade volumes of $1 million a day generates 20,000 to the team at 2%. Yet many teams greedily take 3, 4, and 5 or more taxes from investors' pockets. Investors should not be paying to make project teams immediately rich. EverEarn solves this problem by limiting the amount going back to the team to no more than just 2%. Everything else goes back to the investor, liquidity, and token deflation. So out of that 15% tax, 2% of that is going to go back to the team. So that's a relatively low amount. And also, number four is reinventing the wheel over months of time. Why do teams insist on spending months of time to develop their own stuff when outsourcing costs less and delivers faster for the exact same end product? Why spend weeks to develop a basic token swap when many already exist and can be available in days? EverEarn solves this problem by not trying to reinvent the wheel. If something already great exists, we're outsourcing it so we can focus on the X factor items that bring real value and longevity to the project. So, if something's already working, why fix it? Why try to make it better when you can focus on, what you want to do to keep, moving your project forward? I think that's a very smart approach. And number five, we have the super high taxes or anti-sell measures. Taxes of 16, 18, 20% and higher absolutely do not encourage holding. It punishes investors, rewards project teams, and ensures sellers will never return. EverEarn's tax on all buy, sell, and transfers at 15%. Now, here's the full breakdown. 11% goes back to the community and BUSD rewards. 1% goes to the liquidity. 1% to the buyback and burn, and 2% for marketing. They don't punish investors for selling by having a higher sell tax. People deserve to take profits when and where they can. Yes, we absolutely want investors to hold so they can reap the high yield 11% BUSD rewards, but everyone has the right to choose to hold or sell. So that's good that they don't, punish you any more than that 15% on the sell. Number six, a massive amount of tokens allotted to the project team. No matter the sales pitch, allotting 6%, 10%, 15%, and more of the token to the team is just greedy.
Once again, EverEarn solves this problem by ensuring that 98% of the money spent by investors is to their immediate benefit. So again, only 2% goes back to the team, and that's for the marketing. EverEarn has allotted only 5% of initial token distribution to the team for earning BUSD, ensuring that the team needs to continue to deliver in order to earn an income. So the team has allotted 5% of tokens, which they will receive BUSD rewards for, but they're in it with us. If the token doesn't perform well, they don't make money. So I think by them having a stake in the game right there with us, it's definitely going to make for them to be aggressive to keep moving the project forward. So let's go over the philosophy of EverEarn. By the people, for the people, EverEarn is the people's token. EverEarn's core philosophy is to distribute wealth to the greatest amount of people possible, but providing a top tier project that delivers top tier 11% BUSD rewards. The entire existence of cryptocurrency is owing to the fact that people are exhausted of the archaic centralized finance model where only a few get rich while the rest struggle to die poor. The decentralized or DeFi of cryptocurrency is supposed to change that, but still most of the wealth goes to the project teams, the few. Everyone believes everyone not only has a right to earn greater wealth, but that everyone in the world deserves a chance to have a better life. EverEarn is the vehicle to greater residual income through the highest BUSD rewards program ever. EverEarn will be the must have top 20 altcoin of 2022. So that's a very, very aggressive claim right there. They want to be a top 20 altcoin by the end of 2022. Now, let's kind of find out how they're going to get there. Let's see what core values we have here. So they're treating it as a business, not just as a token. EverEarn isn't a hobby or a side hustle. EverEarn is a business and is run as such. This means decisions based upon the best return on investment, lowest total cost of ownership, fastest turnaround time, and best quality and value. Proof earns trust. Trust isn't given, it's earned through action. Prior to launch and pre-sale, EverEarn is audited, KYC, know your client, with pinksale.finance and flues.trade, and the core team is fully doxed. Here for the people. Investors are here to make money, full stop. EverEarn's primary focus regarding project decisions and direction is to deliver consistent and higher returns on investment. Ethically fair, we have an obligation to be ethically and morally fair to our investors. Being the project owner does not grant the right to make any decisions or take any action that isn't best interest of our investors. So, they want to do what's best for everybody to make everybody money. They've said it multiple times already. So that really seems to be the goal of this project. Now, we got the tokenomics here, which we all want to know. EverEarn has a total crypto supply of 100 billion, excuse me. This supply begins decrease after launch due to the buyback and burn of EverEarn's smart contract. I like that the supply is a little bit lower. I know 1 quadrillion seems to be the number that everybody seems to go for. So I like that this has a little bit lower of a amount of tokens in existence. So that's good. The supply begins to decrease after launch due to the buyback and burn of the EverEarn smart contract. So from day one, this is just going to keep decreasing and decreasing. So we all know by now that they are going to pay 11% BUSD rewards on all transactions. 1% goes back in liquidity, and by adding liquidity back into the token, ensure a more stable price floor and decrease the impact of selling. 1% to the buyback and burn, and 2% to the marketing wallet, and that's used to pay all costs related to the operation of the project, including programmers, artists, development, marketing, moderators, etc. Now let's look at the initial token distribution. EverEarn's initial token distribution of 100 billion tokens, that's a total minted supply, leading up to the launches as follows. 43% went to the Pink Sale Finance pre-sale and locked liquidity, 20% to staking, tokens locked in a reserve for upcoming staking utility, which is huge that they offer that, 15% for exchanges, the totals locked in reserve for upcoming listings on exchanges, 15% was burned, we said at the very beginning, to a burn wallet at token launch, and 5% to marketing. And that's the only team wallet. So they have one wallet blacklisted within the contract to ensure cannot be sold or transferred. That is huge. That's a real sigh of relief for investors because in the world of rug pulls and scam tokens, the more transparency, the better, honestly. So the fact that it's blacklisted, that's absolutely huge. Collective rewards used to pay for moderators, development, and team, and 2% pre-launch airdrop contest. Equal distribution of tokens airdrop to 150 lucky winners. So that's really exciting, and everybody was probably really happy for that at launch. Now let's learn a little bit about the buyback and burn. EverEarn has two buyback and burn functions within a smart contract: the automated buyback and burn function and the solar flare function. Both result in tokens being bought by the contract and then sent to the public dead wallet, forever removing them from circulation. EverEarn will burn 15% of the supply at launch, which they've already done, and then we set an additional 5 million tokens a day. And then 1% of every buy, sell, and transfer transaction is sent to the buyback wallet moving forward. Now, the automated buyback and burn, this function is automated, responding 24/7 to apply positive pressure back onto the chart. Tokens are burned daily, and they do a minimum of 5 million tokens a day, as we've said. And what the solar flare is a proprietary process unique to EverEarn, allowing the team to quickly react to a price or a market downturn by executing large buybacks, which immediately applies positive counterbalance to the price chart and prevents price manipulation. So if there was a lot of big sells, they could employ the solar flare to get the chart going back in the right direction. That's really huge. Not all companies and coins and tokens have that. So the fact that they have that as a safe guard for the community and for the chart is huge. Now let's learn about a little bit about the ecosystem. I know these guys have an awesome group, not only the team members but the community itself. The community is growing so fast and it's just so passionate about this project. And I've been hearing huge numbers that these guys are doing as far as reflection rewards coming in, and everybody just seems really positive about this project, which is ultimately what it's about. A token can be as great as it can be, but if the community isn't behind it and you really bought into it, it's just going to kind of flounder and eventually just drop off. But this has a very strong community, and I think that's something that really is positive moving forward that they have. The ecosystem is specifically a group of independent elements that interact with each other. EverEarn's ecosystem is exactly that, with the purpose of ever increasing value and return on investment back to holders. Every facet of EverEarns is designed to support taxation tokenomics, which in turn feeds 11% BUSD rewards back to holders, provides more liquidity, and results in more tokens being bought back and burned. Now let's find out what EverDash is. EverEarn's distributed application, or DApp, dashboard. EverDash is a secure online web page used to provide investors with an ever increasing array of tools, specifically to increase their ease of use trading experience. The applications accessible through EverDash will include a swap exchange, NFT marketplace, NFT minting, NFT subscription services, NFT lending, staking, liquidity pooling, wallet tracker, NFT tracker, and metaverse gaming, including pay to earn games. So that's really exciting that they're not only going to be in the NFT space, but also in the metaverse with gaming, and that's really huge. I know they're working on some things right now. EverEarn's ecosystems continue with EverSwap. EverSwap is a native embedded swap exchange by EverEarn. At its base, EverSwap is essentially a clone of PancakeSwap, which, like PooCoin, utilizes PancakeSwap's DEX. Includes alongside EverSwap is the Flus.trade exchange swap skin for EverEarn and allows for purchase of EverEarn directly by credit card. Visa, MasterCard, Apple Pay, Google Pay. That's huge. The easier you can make it to purchase crypto, the better, especially for new investors. A lot of us, who are used to dealing with Pancake Swap and all, we're used to jumping through the hoops, that it took us to learn how to do this. But if you can make it easy to purchase directly with a credit card, that's going to draw in a lot more investors who are intimidated by crypto. As more DEXs and CEXs, centralized exchanges, are added to EverEarn, these links and tools will be added alongside for greater investor options and experience. Now we have the EverWallet Tracker. EverWallet Tracker allows investors to quickly and easily see and access all their crypto investments in one convenient place. Sure, you could look up the same information on BSCS Scan, or go to a third party app page. But that becomes one more step in getting your information. But let's be honest, looking at a grid views of BSC scan information isn't easy. EverWallet Tracker provides ease of use, prevents your asset presents your assets in an easy to read and see format, and allows quick and easy access to your assets, and provides investors with a one-stop shop experience. So you can track all your investments right from the tracker, which is huge. And it definitely makes it a lot easier. Now let's find out about their staking and Everpool. Right from the start, well ahead of launching, EverEarn has planned for token staking and liquidity pooling. This is why 20% of the EverEarn tokens are earmarked for this purpose. There will be no need for EverEarn to remove liquidity from the contract, as these are already set aside. So right at the very start, they set aside 20% for the token staking and liquidity pooling. So that is huge that they don't have to pull it from the liquidity once everything gets started. Investors participating in EverStake and Everpool will be able to take advantage of high APY, thus compounding their investments. All income earned in EverStake and Everpool will be taxed and feed the tokenomics back to the investors. Now, let's find out about the marketplace and the minting for NFTs. Investors will be able to buy and sell NFTs on EverEarn's Ever NFT platform. Users will be able to mint NFTs of their own utilizing images, videos, and animated GIFs and any other data elements, and be able to show off their NFTs at their favorite social media platforms, all at the click of a button. NFT transactions completed using any cryptocurrency other than EverEarn will be taxed and directly feed the tokenomics back to the investors. So that's again going to earn more money for you guys. All income earned by EverEarn will also be taxed and directly feed the tokenomics back to investors. So this is just another utility that's going to keep the money flowing and prevent this from stalling out. Ever Creator is an I like this idea a lot. I think this is really cool, and this is one of the great things that these guys are doing. Ever Creator is an NFT artist launchpad arena where NFT creators will be able to host their exclusive line of their creations. Ever Creator will provide subscription services to allow fans to follow their favorite NFT artists, gain access to special deals and advanced releases. So similar like a Patreon or something like that, you'll be able to have a subscription to your favorite NFT artist, as well as receive not for sale NFTs as part of the subscription. Once again, all transactions using any other cryptocurrency other than EverEarn and all income earned by EverEarn will be taxed and directly feed the tokenomics back to the investors. EverSubscribe is EverEarn's premier subscription service platform, providing investors access to exclusive services. Members will be able to join their favorite NFT artists, access every sale and auctions, receive not for sale monthly NFTs, access EverEarn's metaverse, and access play to earn games. And with the rest of the EverEarn system, all transactions using any other cryptocurrency, you guessed it, will be taxed and directly feed the tokenomics back to the investors. Now, let's talk about their listings on exchanges. One of the most common statements made by investors is that listing on more exchanges will bring in more investors, volume, and therefore more positive valuation. Of course, EverEarn has already planned for centralized exchange listings, earmarking 15% of the tokens for this purpose. Thus, no need to remove liquidity in the future. Investors need to understand, though, more does not mean more positive anything. Centralized exchanges like Binance, Coinbase, and Gemini, for example, are self contained ecosystems, and they each require their own liquidity, advertising, and community focus. Most CEXs don't support tokenomics. We all know this by now. Therefore, the only driving factor of investors on CEXs is the price of the token. However, all projects must weigh the pros and cons prior to listing on centralized exchanges to ensure they are prepared for the challenges as well as the social and financial commitment involved. So basically, when you list on a centralized exchange, being that they're not set up for tokenomics, any money that comes in through that and through the taxes don't get reflected back to the holders. So it is very helpful for the price though. So you'll still be making your money through other ways on here with their different platforms. And like I said, they have a very very aggressive roadmap. So we're not going to go over that tonight because I mean it is absolutely massive. So we're going to make that into another video. Listing too early in a project or able to solidify utility outside of tokenomics or before investor demands warrants it only results in failure. So I do agree with that. You don't want to list too early in a project. So they're definitely focused on getting established, getting a good amount of holders, and rolling out utilities and keeping everybody informed. So let's find out why we want to choose EverEarn. It's easy to claim to be the first to do something or claim to be the best at something without backing up those words of proof. And while we at EverEarn respect every legitimate project team, here's a proof showing we do residual income earnings better than the rest. So here's a chart below that has some comparisons of some similar tokens here. We have Mario Floki, Tune King, Hold for Gold, and Forever Pay. And it just shows you some of the different taxes that they have and their different rewards that they pay here. So, um, these numbers are really nice. I like this 90%, 95% of BUSD rewards to the holders. That's by far the highest. We have 83.9, 83.5, 90, and 84. So this means the money that is made is going back to you guys. And that's the important number. All these other numbers are, based off of volume and stuff like that. But this is a big one. This money is going back into your pocket, which is, what they've been, preaching the whole time. They want to make you rich and they want to make money. We have some definitions here. Obviously, we're all familiar with what a holder is, what transfers are, and we know that 98% of the money spent by investors is to their immediate benefit. So we don't have to go over this. If you guys want to read through all that exactly, you can pause it or go check out their white paper. So that has it for the white paper. This is a very nicely put together white paper here. A lot of information here. Again, like I said, we're going to go over the website and the roadmap in separate videos, but I just wanted to do tonight of the white paper so you can just kind of find out all the who, what, when's, where's, and why's of the project, and just really get this get you knowing about this project. I think this is a great project and I fully support this. I don't do videos of things that I don't support. So, EverEarn is a legitimate project, and I think it's going to be one of the biggest projects, and especially reflection tokens of 2022. Well, thank you guys so much for listening to me tonight, and I will be back with a couple more videos on EverEarn. And make sure you hit that like and sub button. It really helps the channel, and it'll definitely help to raise the awareness for EverEarn and get it out to the most amount of people possible. Thank you guys, and I'll talk with you again soon.